Alrighty. So you're at the point where you've decided you need to invest in HR because maybe it's taken up too much of your time. Maybe you've had some people exit that you wish you would have retained. Maybe you've missed out on making some key hires and they went somewhere else. No matter how you arrived at it, you decided you want to invest in your HR strategy and see the benefits of doing so. Now, the decision in front of you is, do we go with a fractional option or do we hire somebody internally? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Which is best for your business? And the simple truth is, this is like any other business unit that you have: marketing, finance, admin, HR, sales. You're going to grow the company, and it doesn't always grow by increments of, I need to hire a full person. So you need to make a decision of, am I hiring somebody early to then invest in my future, or does it make sense to have a fractional option? And those are basically the conversations that we have every single day. And looking at this, I thought I would take some time and explain the differences between the two, and are always happy to discuss what makes sense for your company. So the first thing is to kind of explain, what is the difference? Obviously, fractional is somebody where you're getting them a fraction of the time. So you're getting them either 1 day a week, which we don't love that model, or you're getting them sort of available to you, but you're not getting them 40 hours a week at that point. Or you hire somebody internally, which is pretty straightforward, and that means that you invest in hiring somebody as an employee full time. Now, this is where we talk about the differences between them on that side. And we're going to paint the picture here with what Castle does as our service, because fractional HR can mean a ton of different things. Some things we do, some things we don't do on that side, or it can be a mix of the two going forward. Every company decides what they want to deliver. So I will talk to you from the point of how Castle delivers on that side. So why do companies choose fractional HR on that side, and why do companies select like our service? For simple reasons: budget. We're cheaper. We're cheaper than hiring an internal person on that side all day, every day. There's not even a comparison. So we're much cheaper on that side. Where the reason why that is acceptable is because we bring senior HR people. So everyone on our team has at least 10 years experience. They've worked with multiple small businesses. They've kind of been there, done that, so to speak. So they're going to be able to come in and be more effective with a short window of time. And we have a lot of processes and procedures that enhance that as well to really make them effective on that side. So it's not really the time commitment that matters, it's the deliverables that are coming out. So people like that on the fractional side, because you're hiring an expert, they're coming in, they're tactically going after what needs to be done to help the business grow, and then they move on. Headcount is a consideration as well on this side, is why they bring it, because you're not at the point where it also makes sense. Like budget wise is obviously part of this. Headcount is another consideration, because if you don't have at least 50 plus employees, or a team of that size, your HR person doesn't have enough work to consistently work 40-hour weeks. There's just not enough going on. So the mistake that happens is, if you hire somebody and you have 25 employees and you hire a senior HR person, in 6 to 9 months, they don't have anything else to do on that side. So they end up leaving, which puts you ahead of where you are, but still you have new challenges now. So put that up against hiring internally. So obviously, budget is a different conversation at this point. You're going to be spending more money to get someone, and that can vary depending on who you hire on that side. But if you're hiring just a middle of the road 5-year generalist on that side, you're looking at 90 to 100K sort of OTE on that side, all in. And they are going to help you build out your strategy and can be a long-term solution. Wonderful. This is going to make sense for teams that are either, if they're not at 50 plus at this point, but they're scaling to that very quickly on that side. So this is an option that there. You're going to get somebody that doesn't quite have the same level of expertise if we're talking about the 5-year person versus obviously 10 plus on our side. We see a lot of companies also hire junior or promote people that were early hires into the HR role. So this might be their first kick of the can there on that side, which would be at the lower end of the budget at that point. So obviously that's cheaper, but then you're getting more diluted deliverables at that point, just because they don't have the experience and expertise at that point. So people will hire that, and sometimes they hire it for specific things. You might hire an internal tech recruiter if you're a tech company and growing very quickly. That might be what you specifically need. So that doesn't necessarily cover your entire needs when you're making those hires as well on that side. So those are some of the reasons why people hire internal or fractional. A lot of it is around budget and headcount on that side, and we can debate, who you hire is the subjective part of it on that. Now let's talk about how fractional HR can help your business and what it does do, and then what it doesn't do. Again, from the Castle perspective of our service and what we believe where fractional should play and where it shouldn't play, obviously being completely biased. So fractional HR is going to help you, make sure you're always compliant. So protect your business, contracts, handbook, all that good stuff, health and safety. They're going to help you promote that winning culture that you want. So values, culture, promoting those winning behaviors and winning culture. They're going to help you find top talent. We're not recruiters. We don't believe in a recruitment fee model. We're more about teach your leadership and management team how to fish in that sense. So set them up with playbooks and processes so that it's off leadership's plate, and the hiring manager has a process to follow. We'll then teach you how to retain that top talent with modern performance reviews that really resonate with what today's workforce wants and is completely disruptive to what the standard modern or performance review is. Lastly, we'll help build out an HR tech stack that ties all that together. So we're big fans of anything we can automate to save time and effort on your side, and know a bunch of great tools that help companies every single day. Lastly, unlimited advice. So having access to us, again, going back to the not every Tuesday, any day of the week, you can email and call your HR person, and they will help you with a challenge or question that you have. This is not an additional fee. There is no hourly rate. It is included in our subscription. So that's what we do with fractional HR. What we don't do at Castle, but what others have included, I've seen, is payroll functions. So processing on that side, I believe there's enough great companies doing that already. Processing benefits, so actually going through the benefits portal, launching those on that side. Offering in-office solutions. So we typically don't go to your office on a weekly basis. We can show up if there's a need, like a health and safety, or if we need to shadow a conversation, that's there. But traditionally, we work remotely on that side. So I've seen other companies that do go in-house and sort of in-office, and additional recruiting fees. We don't have those. Again, we don't believe in those on that side. So that's what fractional HR doesn't do from Castle's perspective. But in fairness of what fractional HR can be, any of those could be included in other services. Now, how can internal HR help your business? Obviously, this is an investment in your company's growth. Fractional HR is usually there to bridge a gap, meaning down the road, we're going to need to hire somebody full time, but we're not ready to make that investment right now. So the advantage of doing that is you have an investment early, and then can grow on that. And again, if you're a fast growing company, that might be the best solution for you. You're going to have that in-office experience, which is going to be beneficial to your team. So they're going to get to know your HR person. They're going to see them on a daily basis. They know who to turn to. They will subsequently have more insight into your company and your team than we possibly could working fractionally. Just sort of makes sense, right? On that side to fill out their calendar. Sometimes you can give them those payroll tasks, the benefits, as we mentioned, and sort of day-to-day operations. They can help out in other areas of the business on that side, and they really just have that boots on the ground difference, which I'm not going to argue can be better for companies on that side. So those are the kind of differences that are there. We're obviously big fans of Fractional HR as a company that falls into our own sweet spot and use it ourselves. But I'm lucky that I have access to over 10 senior HR people. So collectively, north of 150 years of experience are at my disposal. But I'm spoiled. If that makes you excited and you would like somebody like that, happy to have a conversation. We will also tell you if internal does make more sense for your current roadmap and trajectory of growth. So happy to have a conversation. If you have other questions, feel free to reach out. Other than that, thanks for taking time to watch, and have a wonderful day. Cheers.